Hi everyone, welcome to the next video in this Ivy in the Inky Butterfly series. We have this very elegant looking crown to colour today. As with the others, I have my Castle Arts Botanical pencils and we're going to start the crown. We're going to do it gold and let's just get going. So I'm going to start with my darkest colour, which is my burnt umber. Now I want my darkest areas to be this back part of the crown where there would be some more shadow on the gold. So I'm going to apply a fair bit in here like that and then scumble it out so that it fades a little bit, and the same here. However, I still want some dark on my edges as well, so I'm going to put some here, but I'm not going to layer it up quite so much. It's a little bit lighter, and the same here. Excuse me, I've just had lunch. Horse. I didn't eat a horse, don't worry. That'd be a bit extreme, wouldn't it? That'd be a lot to eat. Raw umber. No, I don't eat meat. I don't like it. Anyway, a silliness. So we're just extending this dark colour here and here. This might not look so shiny, this back part, but the idea is to try and get some shine on this bit. So try not to get it on the gemstones and things, but if you do, you do. Try not to get too worried about it. Now these bits here and here and here, they could be done in two different ways. You could do them as if they're a little bit higher than the rest, so there'd be some shadow under it, and put them in still gold. But I think I might make it slightly easier and do them in silver, so they're a different colour. I think it'll be easier that way. So we'll ignore them completely for now. There we go. So next, our next darkest in these is the, hang on, the terracotta light is the next one, but so actually we'll use that one, not the yellow ochre. I've got them in the wrong order in my tin. Terracotta light. Now here we're quite near to the tip of this, so I'm actually going to just leave that tip with nothing in. Like that, and just leave it like that for now. I may feel I want to add a little more to it. So here we're just going over the top of what's here already and just extending that colour across our crown like that. I have a feeling I've got a tutorial for a crown that's really like this one. I don't know whether it's this one from my other version of the book or what, but I'm not sure. I have got quite a few crown tutorials though. Johanna draws them fairly often, and I do like to colour them. Okay, so now we're going to move to our yellow ochre. This isn't going to be our last colour, so we need to leave space for a second colour and for some shine in white. I am just going to go over this bit, but I'm not going to extend that into that top area. I think it will just help to blend those colours together a little bit more. Going all the way over this and just taking it further towards the centre there. Because although we're going to leave a little bit of white, it's not going to be very much. So we do need to take up some space. There we go, and the same on this little bottom bit. I've missed a few bits there, so just try and go over them a bit. Trying not to go on the gemstones. It's quite hard for me to stay in the lines, but I shall do my best. This one's quite sharp, so that helps. That is why I do like a sharp pencil, because otherwise I just can't, I have no chance of staying in the lines. And then our very final colour is going to be our cadmium yellow. So it's a very bright colour, and I'm going to use it on here because it will really brighten it up. Maybe it won't make a huge difference, but I'm going to use it over all of it. I do find the final bright yellow, it's nice to have it over everything. And it just warms everything up a bit. So we'll bring it towards the centre. Just going to leave a little bit of white, and we'll see. It's best to leave a largish area, and then you can make it smaller if you feel it's too big. Whereas if you go in too much too early, then it's sort of too late. There we go. Oh, I don't know why I've got a frog in my throat. I probably ate too much, I don't know. Had toast and dipped in extra virgin olive oil. It's delish. And I had a bit of tuna as well. I don't eat a lot of meat and fish. I don't like meat at all, but I'm not massively keen on all types of fish, but I don't mind a bit of tuna. Now we're going to do our silver with our Paynes grey. I'm going to start at the bottom because I think that's the easiest, and we want to darken it there and then just lighten it towards the centre, leaving a white mark in the same place we have for the gold. Now with these it's a little more tricky. This has got lighter towards here, so I might just do the same thing, make it darker here and lighter up there. I don't want to leave too much white, but just a tad. I'll do that on this one. Now ideally for these bits I would have thought they might be rounded, and I'd want to do it darker on the edges. There just really isn't the space. So for this bit I'm going to make it shine in the centre of each bit. It's a bit darker down here and lighter here. I don't know if that'll work with the gold that I've shined, but like that. Now there isn't quite enough contrast for me, so I'm going to grab some black to do a few dark areas. So down here on the very edge of here, and the very edge of here, and the same over here, just to sort of emphasise that dark bit. It can help to make the shine look more obvious if you have a bigger contrast between light and dark. Now, under this layer of silver I want some shadow, so I'm going to use my black to pop that in under there, to make it look like that is sticking out a little bit. That's how I'm hoping it's going to look anyway. And the same all the way on this piece. Try to make your shadow a little bit lighter where the gold is lighter. You can. We put some under the gemstones because they'll be sticking out. I'm going to sneeze. I'm hoping I'm not going to sneeze. Try hold it in. And under here, they lighten it a little bit towards the middle. I always find it quite difficult putting shadow underneath something round, but I try my best. I think I might put a little bit above that one. Okay, now our gemstones. Now regal colours, purple, red. Sorry if I blow my nose while I'm thinking, I might not sneeze. Yeah, purple, red, sort of opal greens, that sort of thing. I'm going to start actually with the green. I'm going to use the phthalo green light, and I'm going to use it for these teeny tiny ones here. Now ideally I would want to leave some white for shine, but I really don't think I'm going to achieve that because they are too small. I'm also going to make these green. Just having a think. I think I'm going to do a diagonal shine like that. I don't know if that has actually worked very effectively. No, I'm going to put a really light layer on top so it's all green, and then overemphasize those shine bits like that. That's better. And I'm going to make these green here, trying to leave a lighter bit in the middle. I think I'm going to make them all the same. You could make them different colours, but I can't do them all the same. I just realised a place that I could do with putting a bit of black. I'm going to grab my ivory black, whoops, and in here. There we go. Now these ones I'm thinking I'm going to do with the heather purple, or the fur purple. So we'll do this outside part first, a bit darker here and lighter up there. It's getting bright. I don't know if the sun's going to come in. It may have maybe at the wrong angle now. I'm going to use the same angle here to put some shine on the tops of these, like that. And these last ones I'm going to do in red. I'm going to use the cadmium red, and we're going to do a light layer and then some shine lines. There we go. Now we have this sort of outside part to do. I'm thinking I might just use some of the colours I've used already. So I've got this red in my hand and I'm going to do these dots in red. Like that, but these sort of leaf-like parts, I think I'm going to use a different colour. I think I use the viridian, or else it will be a little bit too samey because they're right close to these, but I feel like they're leaves, and I'm going to make them darker each end. So darker here and fade towards the middle, then darker here and fade towards the middle. Looks a bit messy. Got a bit of a line in the paper, that's it. The paper had a bit of a dent in it, so occasionally that happens in paper. I couldn't colour it right. There we go. Yeah, that's okay. I'm just checking. I'm sitting back and having a little look. And do the same. And now I'm sort of pondering a background while I'm doing this. We don't want to do browns because we've got that over here. We've used yellows already. Could do mauve, I'm thinking. That's where my brain is at the moment. We've done pink, light blue. I'm thinking mauve might be good because it will pick out the purpley colours, the heather purple. And purple is always a regal colour because it was the most expensive dye, so only the richest people could afford it. And so at one point in time We've done a bit of mauve under, I put my hand over, you can't see, over some of the gemstones. But, so I have used that one already. So I think I can't use that again. So I might be using orange. What do you think? You're shouting no, or are you shouting yes? Or a darker green? No. A darker blue? Maybe the ultramarine. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. Ultramarine. Let's do that. I'm going to do it quite lightly though, because you can see it's quite a dark colour. Yeah, so in years gone by, of course, people wanted to show off if they were wealthy and buy the most expensive things. So the royalty would have the purple just to show off their opulence. These days in the UK, certainly, royalty try not to be like that. They don't want to show off in the same sort of way. So they tend to certainly rewear clothing that rather than always having a new outfit for every occasion, and perhaps not always have really expensive things. It depends whether it's appropriate or not, where they're at, you know, what sort of place they're going to. They obviously will use a designer and get something really special when there's an occasion, like a wedding or whatever. But if it's day-to-day wear, they tend not to be so opulent as they used to. And I think the UK royal family want to show that they're worthy of their position, that, you know, they're being sort of looked after by the public in a way, or paid. So they want to make sure that they live up to that and don't look like they're wasting the money. And I mean, it's hard because obviously they can't just hop on a bus to get to places, so sometimes, you know, they have to have a private jet, things like that. You can't just go on a plane, a normal plane. But when it comes to, apparently the king has turned all the heating down in all of his buildings to try and save money. Oh, I've gone massive out of the lines there, but I'm not worried about that. I'm going to leave that like that because I don't want it too thick and dark. I think we need to make sure the crown stands out, but it does. So yeah, I'm going to leave that one like that. There it is in its regal glory. So yes, thank you for watching. We've got our very last one to do tomorrow, which is really exciting, and then we'll have the whole double page done, and I'll do the border. I won't do the border on video. I have already decided what I'm going to do, but I will reveal it tomorrow, or maybe when I reveal the completed page, which will be on my Facebook or my Instagram. But you have to wait just a little bit longer for that. But thank you so much. Have a super day and happy colouring.